Yo, what's up, guys? New intro, new video, you know the deal. Last episode, we camped Delve until we have all 3 drops. So if you haven't seen that video, it's just basically a highlight compilation of me camping the boss. I'll show you guys the collection log. I got 3 boots, 4 staffs, and 1 bracelet upgrade, no pet, and we still don't know drop rates, so I don't know if I got lucky or unlucky, but I most likely got unlucky comparing my log to other people's log. Anyways, this episode is going to be a variety of content where I'm just basically going to try out these new items. I mean, they're not really new items that give special effects, they're just upgrades to previous items. The boots are the biggest one, where you basically don't have to bring 9-way switches anymore. So yeah, I want to mainly focus on CMing. We're missing Ancestral Top, so that's a big ticket item. Don't really care about the Kodai, but if I get that along the way, we'll take it. But I'll do a bit of variety besides CMing basically. Alright, did a couple solo CMs, just beat my PB, not by much, I think 20-30 seconds? No, I think 20 seconds, I think my PB was 25-50. New gear is awesome, that's all I can say, but there's so much potential. My ohm was really bad here. My second floor could have been a bit better, so I definitely think I can get low 24 minutes. Just need the right RNG at the right place all the time basically. But yeah, we're also missing Ancestral Top, so I'm just gonna do every raid and try to PB along the way, you know, and if I get the drops, that's the bonus. Alright, just beat my PB again. Died head phase, so could have been like 20 seconds faster, and my ZGS splash on the big muta, so I think I could have saved maybe 30 seconds, but yeah. Alright, so I've been testing out the new gear at Phosani, and apparently the staff is better than Shadow, but I'm not 100% sure about that. The DPS calculator does say that, because Shadow is overkill basically when the pillar's like 1 HP and you gotta cast a whole shadow to finish it off. Obviously you could bring both, but I don't wanna bring that many switches because inventory is already full with all the switches. So plus side for Iron Man, these require death runes and chaos runes, so it's low cost instead of the shadow. So even if it's slightly worse than the shadow, I think I would prefer this over the shadow, just because it costs way less to cast. And basically using sight and shadow at this boss just drains money on the Iron Man. I did 3 kills so far, 530 I got, 539 and like a low 517, so pretty good. My PB is 5 minutes with shadow of course, so if I'm 10 to 20 seconds slower I don't really care. Oh my god, no, the head phase was so slow.
Bro, that's
130 head. Oh my
Wait,
god.
new PB as well.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Could have beat your
That's
PB,
crazy, bro. The ohm would have been crazy. Sub 7 ohm. I just needed the head phase to be faster than 130, man. Alright, quick little update on LMS. Slowly been chipping away on 1000 wins here, but we just played 1000 games in total. Won 707 of those, so pretty good. 70.7% win rate, that is. Missing the last item on the log, which is the 1000k win. I'm just slowly chipping away on this, so I just want to let you guys know how far I am along. Alright, so we picked up a Kraken task and I'm trying out the new staff here. I did the DPS calcs, but the DPS calcs doesn't show the special effects of the gauntlets, but even without that, it's almost as good as a shadow. I think it's like barely worse than a shadow, but maybe with the effect it might be better, so it's not 100% confirmed. But either way, for Iron Man's point of view, you want to use this everywhere over shadow because the cost of these runes are so cheap compared to shadow, which requires 2 soul runes. So if DPS is just slightly worse, I don't mind using this. Alright guys, picked up a Mithril Dragon task from Konar, so decided to try out the staff here as well. I just did the DPS calc, and Shadow is basically 2 seconds faster per kill on average. That doesn't include the fact if you splash with the gauntlets you get double accuracy on the next hit, but that only works for one-handed staff, so it works for the staff, so it might be even less difference. But like I said, for Ironmans the rune cost is just so big that using this staff is just like so nice. Obviously if I'm raiding or trying to go for a PB at some content, I'll use the Shadow no matter what. But for AFK grinds like this, I'll definitely use the Eye of Ayak. Okay, I got it. This was the last item I was missing from this boss. Mine is the jar and the pet. But this is a nice Konar task, so I'll do this regardless, until I'm green locked, of course. Alright, since I got the GG crystal, I went to Bandos because I need a second pair of boots to combine these. There we go, another item I'll probably never use, and I'm pretty sure if I add one of these, there we go. These might be useful for Corp, but I'm not sure with the threats if I lose max hits and if the recoil is actually worth it. But if I ever go back to Corp, I'll double check that. Anyways, new item for the Iron Man. Like I said, I will probably never use. Quick little milestone, we just reached 1000 KC at GG's. Alright, almost beat my PB again, guys. I was 20 seconds off? No, is it a bit less? 9 seconds off. My third floor was so bad. Like 7 minutes. Like I just got the worst RNG, which happens. My first floor was amazing. I think this is my best time so far, 5:19. I've been switching up my setup. I've been bringing Burning Claws with Surge Potion. It can get better, but sometimes it's really bad. So Emberlight is more consistent. Second floor, good. Could have been slightly better by 10 seconds or something, 15. Third floor, shit. Almost good enough. I think if my third floor was 1 minute faster, I would have had sub 24. Which is my main goal. I'm also just hunting for the ancestral top, but yeah, I almost beat my PB again. Okay, finally we got a purple. I don't think it's unique because I'm pretty sure I would have gotten collection log. Let's see what this Dragon Hunter crossbow. 45 mil, I guess we'll take it. I think I was dry a lot. I think like at least 50 solos or something. So it's always nice to see purples. Okay, we just got a dupe dust. I already had this, but I guess placeholder. Still don't have the pet, and we're missing Kodai and Ancestral Rope Top. Alright, so the new Slayer update came out where you could basically customize your block list on every Slayer master. So I decided to do some Wilderness Slayer and boost my points at Konar every 10 tasks while tutorial skipping. Yeah, I know it's confusing what I'm saying right now, but if you've done it before, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I was killing Callisto. This was the last item I needed. It's the upgrade for the chain mace. I went really dry on this. Callisto, yeah, it's green locked, got the pet as well. I killed 1350 of the single version and 895 of the multi version. Anyways, new staff is actually better than the wildy weapon, the Thermi staff or whatever it's called, the scepter basically. So I was surprised with that. I did a bit of Scorpia as well because I still need the Odium shards and the Malediction shards, and even the Ayok is better there as well, so I'm kind of surprised that it is. So yeah, I'm just doing different content hopping basically. I'm doing CMs left and right, a bit of Phosani, a bit of Slayer, so I don't get burned out. Oh shit, I got the pet. Nice. We're done with Spindle. I'm gonna finish this task somewhere else. I still need the Fetian pet, and then we're basically done with the 3 wildy bosses. And I actually want to go to Fetian as well because I want to get my second Voidwaker piece, and then I have basically two full completed Voidwakers. So I might do this off task if I finish Wilderness, which is like the Malediction shards and the Laren's keys. Alright, that should be my Grandmaster back. Doom CAs came out today. Opinion? Some are nice and some are just like, it's not even hard, you just don't want to do them because it's just so annoying. But anyways, we got 625 of the 625. I gotta go talk to Gumal and get my health back basically. Alright, so I picked up a Dagonaut task finally. On Konar, of course. I had one left on the task and I'm out of supply, so I tallied. New staff is amazing. I kind of forgot my imbued heart, and even without imbued heart it was crazy. I don't think I'm gonna bring Ancestral. I think the 4-way is enough, so that would be staff, ward, because I have the space for it anyways. Gauntlets and occult. I think that's plenty. I had a task of 133, and even with me testing out my inventory, I managed to finish the task in one trip basically, which is nice. Also good. 2 drops, archer ring, and seers. Oh shit! I actually got the pet. Pet 18 or something. How do you say this? All pets 18. Yeah, I was right. Done with Sire, completely green logged. Yeah, fully green log. We take those. Oh shit! There's no way I just got Eternal Glory. Okay, I just turned the plugin on. That counts it. It says 141, but I definitely did more than that because before the counter I didn't track it. I think I'm at like 2000 glories, so pretty spooned. I think it's like only 30k, so nice item to get out of the way. Oh shit, I finally got a drop. I went 200 dry I think, but it's a dupe. Money I guess 60 mil. These things crash so hard, it's insane. Okay, we need one more piece and then I'm kinda done with Wildy Slayer. I'm missing the top, kinda dry, but let's hopefully get it within the 65 keys. Oh, oh shit, we got an orb. Finally, guys. I wasn't ready for it. First orb at 976. Let's open the collection log before the boss spawns. Missing 2 orbs and pet and jar. Oh shit, another drop. Closing up to 1000 and we saw another drop. Fortunately not an orb, but we take anything we get. Okay, that was close, but this should be KC 1000. Do we get the drop? Nope, but I can't complain because I got 2 items like in the last 20-30 kills and the orb came in clutch, otherwise I would have been dropped off seeing an orb. Gonna take a break here, I just want to reach 1000 KC, which we did. Oh shit, I just got the Kraken pet. I'm gonna stay here regardless because I need 10 tentacles to upgrade the trident so it has more charges. Where's Kraken? We did green log it though, but I'm gonna stay until I have 8 more Krakens. Alright, quick little milestone, 2000 Scorpia KC, didn't get the pet. I'm still doing Wilderness Slayer, tried to get this pet out of the way because it's the last pet I can do on task in the wilderness. I got Callisto, I got Chaos Elemental, and I got Venenatus, that's the one. I'm missing Fetian, but that one I'm gonna do later on because you can do that off task. And the Eye of Iok is so good because I don't really have to freeze the healers, I can just DPS through the balls like that. So it's really nice. This method is like 80 to 85 kills an hour, which is really good. Yes, finally, we're done. I just got the full set, but it took me 700 keys to get the top. Finally done with Wildy Slayer. I farmed like 7,000 points almost, 6.3k, and we're on a hot streak. I might continue until I'm 500 points and then I'll just spend the points doing Konar. But we're finally done with Wilderness Slayer. I am missing 2 things, a Scorpia pet, Fetium pet. Actually I'm missing 3 things and a statue at the Revenants. But I could do those off tasks, I don't have to do Wilderness Slayer for that. I could get Scorpion tasks from Tyrael, or I could just do it off task, and Fetium you can just use a Salve Amulet. Same with the refs, so I am done with the Wilderness for now. Alright guys, I'm gonna end the episode here. Sailing just got announced at the 19th. I want to finish off the Dagonite piece, the last one I needed. Went a bit dry on that. So we're missing a couple things from Wildy, like I said. I need a statue from Revenants, a Scorpia pet, and Fetian pet. But I can do those off task. Wilderness Slayer shits out clues. So next video I will open all these clues. I think I'm gonna stack the elites till I have 500. That would be a cool video. But I will open the rest. So next video, which will be in a couple days, I want to upload it before sailing. I'll open all these clues. So make sure you're subscribed to not miss that video and give this video a like.